Hello and welcome everyone to a new video. Today we're gonna play Dark Souls 1 Remaster, but today we're gonna play a challenge called Gwyn Run. This challenge make every NPC, every boss, every enemy exist in the game all Gwyn Lord of Cinder. I just want to point out also, if you see some sort of lag and glitches happening in the game, that's because I'm playing in a very weak laptop that works on a potato. So yeah, you're gonna experience a lot of lag and crashes that happen. So I cut away through half of those stuff. So enjoy the video, enjoy the challenge. Waking up in the undead asylum, I can see already the lag happen because all the Gwyns, so I skipped it up and started playing. And I've noticed all the Gwyns are the flame sword I always activated, so I know the mob is activated well. And I was just wondering if all of the monsters turn to Gwyn. And yes, there's a boss who turned to a Gwyn, so that makes sure everything is worked up, so everything is clear. Now I stumbled on my first bonfire and I saw a Gwyn that's stuck behind the door that's trying to kill me, and thank God there's a door over there, otherwise he will kill me. Looked around to see if there's more Gwyn, but there was not only him, until I opened this door and noticed 3 Gwyns trying to kill me, and the boss of the Gwyn haven't reached down yet, so yeah, there are 4 Gwyns over there. I was lucky enough that the Gwyn pushed himself and I just rolled until this one managed to hit me, but I thank God I did not die from one shot. I made a run for the door, very close to die, but thankfully my luck was with me and I managed to go through the door with no death. And I was an idiot waiting there, since they can hurt each other, they can kill themselves. So I was just waiting for them to attack, but they took a long time, so I just moved a little closer to realize the range, but I made a mistake that got come very close that a Gwyn actually killed me. So yeah, don't be an idiot, be smart in the fight. Luckily I spawned to the bonfire and downstairs, and there was a Gwyn hiding behind this door which I wanted to go. I tried to dodge, but he managed to grab me out of nowhere, and yes, I died. They can one-shot you. Again, and I managed to dodge this time, and this time I managed to take the shield of Spider, make her run because I know he's back behind me and Gwyn is way faster than me. So he managed to hit me in his tip of the sword, but I managed to roll down, take the battle axe, and then enter the door and now waiting hell in front of me. This is my first time playing Dark Souls 1, so I have no idea about the areas and everything, so yeah, I kinda got nervous in this area, didn't know there's a Gwyn until I entered the fog world and saw the flames of the sword. And yeah, I just rolled down and I managed to escape. Went up the stairs, saw the trap ball that's going down to me. I jumped from here, surprised not die from fall damage. Managed to open this door as fast. I was so lucky to be there. I Gwyn run so fast and he done a charge attack and I did not manage to escape. Again, this time I tried to learn how to parry Gwyn and I managed to succeed at the first time when he done the charge attack, because the timing of it will be so easy. But I got so greedy, I got myself killed like an idiot. So yeah, being smarter, not an idiot in fights. Next time I have tried to get my Essa flask and I see the glitch where there is a man under there, I have to go for it. And the glitch fucked me up since the wall was disappeared and rolled out again until I died from Gwyn. Tried this again, but this time I managed to escape from the Gwyn, and luckily Gwyn got stuck in the wall from his attack, but he managed to a little bit stun me. I managed to roll as fast as possible while he's attacking through the wall, talk with the guy as fast and pressing the buttons. I managed to take the key, I managed to take the Essa flask, but until Gwyn entered the door I rolled as hell and Gwyn actually grabbed the poor guy and killed him. This is probably one of the worst ways to die, but luckily that was not me, but I feel bad for the night. So I jumped down the stairs, went down as hell to the bonfire and rested there so I can at least have a safe spot. Then I tried to go back upstairs, then I got trapped by 3 Gwyns who were landing on the door. That was a big mistake I made until I realized that 3rd Gwyn have come from the behind. Yeah, I was stuck and I was feared that my game would crash. After a long time of waiting, I saw a chance in escape, so I tried to roll as fast, but the game crashed of how many flames there exist, and my computer surprisingly did not die, but crashed the entire game and program, so I have to restart the computer and restart the game again. Fall back forward, I have went to the strategy that Challenger and Andy have done, which is stand in this 5th step and then do a jump attack. After 5 hours of grinding this Gwyn, my program has stopped from recording because the memory disk was so full for 5 hours, and yes, it deleted half of the progress I have done. After emptying up a lot of space, now it's my journey to Firelink. Fortunately, I was trying to get the sword called a Zweihander, which exists in this graveyard. I went through the strategy that the Challenger Andy went through, so I can at least have an easy way because it's my first time, but I get myself kicked. And I took off all of my armor, made a hell of a run, surprisingly managed to dodge half of them, and did not know where the sword is, so I got panicked until I saw this item over here. I thought it's the sword, but this Gwyn was standing there. I said, I'm not gonna risk it. I moved forward and I see this big grave, and I took the item there, and luckily it was the Zweihander. On my luck, surprised I did not die from these Gwyns and managed to escape somehow. I guess it's all about the luck today. My luck was so high in this game, I have no idea how am I alive. But until I faced these 2 Gwyn were freaking in my way, and yeah, they managed to kill me. Fast forward, all these Gwyn tried to kill themselves, which is in the beginning of the way, which is supposed to be the knights that got in the bridge upstairs. So after they all killed, I found the first Gwyn that's gonna be a problem for me, which is the Gwyn hiding in this bridge. I managed to escape from him. At least he was not that fast, he did not run. Until I reached this area where the door is, there were waiting for me another Gwyns upstairs, which I did not know about. I got very scared. I roll dodged everywhere until, surprisingly, yeah, I managed to escape, but they killed me, unfortunately. After grinding the Gwyns that were killing themselves and level up myself, I decided that I'm gonna work in this Gwyn and learn how to parry Gwyn, because so far I managed to escape him by luck or cheating, but now I think that I'm gonna fight bosses in the future and all these bosses gonna be Gwyn and I have to kill them. So I use this Gwyn as a trained dummy, and yes, I got myself improved and managed to kill him until I faced these two Gwyn, waiting for them to kill themselves, and I'm gonna deal with the other one. And my parry skills got improved, and this is the first time in all my Dark Souls history to do a parry. Not in Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3 managed to do a parry. A Gwyn jump out of nowhere make me scared because there's a new Gwyn. I thought I can escape, but I died like an idiot. Yeah. So fast forward and done the same strategy, but this time I managed to kill the second Gwyn, and it was doing pretty good. After that, we managed to enter a new area. I was scared and happy at the same time because a new area mean a new progress, and a new area mean a lot of Gwyns and a new enemies that I have no idea what's gonna be in. I healed myself since I ran out of acid flask and made a run upstairs. I see the flames of Gwyn around the city. I had no idea how many Gwyns there are until I see one jump and I thought I'm gonna die. Until I entered the fog wall, and because all the Gwyn exist, they lag the game. Fast forward, I restarted the game and found myself on here, but the Gwyns, their sword flame have turned off because of the computer. I restarted the game again, and yeah, they back again. It's all about restarting the game in the computer for me, so I had a real problem. I thought I can take this Gwyn one-on-one because I managed to take like down 2 or 3 Gwyn, but the one frame attack is an annoying one, until I got myself killed as an idiot, and this time was not the one frame attack. So another problem has showed up to me, which is OBS crashed the game for how many Gwyn there is, and my computer couldn't handle the resist. So unfortunately the program crashed and I had to fight all these by myself. And you can see the flame swords after restarting the game, because noticing that OBS is crashing the game, I stopped using it. And there was a whole handful of Gwyn waiting to kill me over there, so I took a chance of the bonfire. Also went to the NPC that sells you stuff, which is also a Gwyn, so I bought the bows and arrow and chain armor, but I wasn't ready for that yet. Unfortunately, I was hoping to show this footage, but I'm very sorry for it because I have a very weak laptop. I was waiting for these Gwyn to kill themselves, but I kept my distance until I got a little bit closer so they can kill themselves, because I was afraid that flame would lag the game. And after they become very low until one of them left, I come very close and I had no problem with him. I took out the bow and arrow, tried to shoot him and kill him, and I managed to succeed. So I was looking around waiting for more Gwyn to arrive, but I saw the area clear, so I took forward until a flame sword shot out of nowhere and a Gwyn jumped out. I had no idea this Gwyn exists until I went forward and another one have jumped, attacked me. Managed to escape, go back to the door because apparently they get stuck here because they're very long and tall. And another Gwyn showed up and managed to kill themselves, so I end up with them with the arrows. And luckily the last Gwyn that I killed have given me a miracle that helped me through the entire game through the Black Knight sword. Now I know it's cheating for me to use the Black Knight sword, but I thought since I'm playing a weak computer and I'm gonna experience a lot of lags, I have to get rid of Gwyn so fast, so unfortunately I used the sword. I'm very sorry, and I'm very sorry for that again. So I took advantage of the sword and thought I'm gonna 1v1 this Gwyn. I was hoping for him to do a lunge attack so I can at least get closer to him, but he done a lot attack. After all that, managed to go back to my bonfire and upgrade myself, which was a big mistake because that restarted all the Gwyn in the area. I thought myself to go back where I could stack them all, but then I forgot there's other Gwyns who restarted over there and they crashed the game again. After all this grinding again, I turned off the program and turned it on, restarting the game. These Gwyn turned back, so yeah, that's a thing I have to deal with, and they lag the game. I hate my life for this, but I have to go with it. After a long time, I stand from my distance and keep shooting them with arrows, hoping that I can kill some of them, let the others kill themselves. So after hours of killing all these Gwyns and farming their souls, I only left with this Gwyn in this area that was planning to make my resting area, since no Gwyn can enter it or go out of it. So yeah, that was my resting for now. And then I figured out a plan that I can inflict more damage to Gwyn is by using the 2-hand in the sword. Apparently when you do a parry and use a 2-hand in your sword, you do more damage when you do the special attack. So yeah, I took advantage of that. After around like 5 minutes of killing this Gwyn, I finally have a place where I can rest from the hell that's waiting in front of me. I haven't yet reached the boss, so yeah, I was wondering how I'm gonna deal. Also, I think I should point out, since I have a very weak computer, apparently the DLC is not gonna be here. It's not because I have a very weak computer, sorry, because I couldn't buy them, so I'm very sorry for that. Enter this room, take a rest, and then I found a chest that I was afraid of gonna be a mimic, but I remember it's all Gwyn, so yeah, and the chain were circle. Took the bombs and went forward to face the boss. So at my way of facing the boss, I have found a couple of Gwyns waiting for me in the area. So I just waited for them to kill themselves. Was not that much of a deal. Managed to escape from them after one Gwyn left, and then made my area up there until I realized this area is the same area that Havel is in, but it's in a different place. So I just waited to see if am I gonna face Havel upstairs. I was afraid until this Gwyn have reached down. I thought I see him in a low health. I can kill him. Well, he got me out. After waiting and realized Havel not in this area, I reached the fog area of the boss, and there was a Gwyn waiting outside of it. What do you know? This Gwyn was trying his best to kill me, and then I see he can go a little bit through the fog wall. Then I thought maybe his hitbox can go out of the fog wall, so I took my bow and arrow and started shooting him, and at my luck, his hitbox was out of the fog wall. So it took me around an hour and a half to kill this Gwyn. After finally reaching to kill this Gwyn, I finally felt relief because I used so much arrow from 999, and now I equipped myself, went to fight the boss, and I thought it's a 1v1, I think I can take him out, unless if he don't do the one frame attack. Managed to roll through the first attack and was waiting for him to do his attacks. I was so nervous, I don't know why, despite I fought 1v1 Gwyns and I got used to the parry, but I done pretty well, as long as he don't do the one frame attack. The one frame attack is one of the complement attack that he can do, but at my luck he used the two grab in hand attack, so yeah, I took deal of him very easily. And I was so glad that I can see his health bar so wide and big. It tells me how much damage I can do and how much health he's losing. The only thing I was afraid of is he's managed to kill me because I was running out of heal equipment and it's the flask, so I was fear. So I made caution with every single move I do until I finally killed the first Gwyn 1v1 as a boss. As a boss, not like a normal Gwyn, because the first boss I killed was through a door. Progressing later, I was afraid because I didn't have any sort of healing equipment, and there's a Gwyn under here, so I didn't take the risk to fight this Gwyn. I was an idiot if I do that. So I took my bow and arrow and decided I'm gonna rain hell on this son of a biscuit. After dealing with this Gwyn and realizing there's no other Gwyns around, I just took a seconds to wait, or maybe a minute to realize, or maybe to wait for Gwyns to load, because there's some sort of areas Gwyns need to wait, or if you have to reach them so Gwyn they can load in. I checked there's no Gwyn, and then I see the flames of the Gwyns who killed themselves while I was fighting the boss. Enter this door was locked, so I went this side and I found my boy Solaire, the one that everyone loves. So I went there, talked with Solaire a little bit and enjoyed. Then walking here, I was afraid the dragon could be a Gwyn, so I was a little bit afraid until a Gwyn jumped out of downstairs, and I was so scared that he may go up. I look, he was trapped behind the door, so I took the door as an advantage, of shooting him through the arrows, but he could dodge. Knowing that Gwyn will take a long time to kill since he can dodge the arrows, I was very frustrated because I'm gonna waste a lot of arrows. But luckily, Gwyn, as dumb he could be, he just dodged himself to the cliff of the edge. At least this Gwyn was easy to kill, so I progressed later, unlocked the shortcut to the bonfire in there, take a rest and I myself and managed to escape, and then I reached the tower after the recorder crash of how many Gwyns exist inside this area, and I took a look where I have to face the first bell and the gargoyles, so yeah, there's a lot of Gwyns inside. Some of them killed themselves, so I took advantage of that. Then I go downstairs to see all these Gwyns and manage at least one of them is alive, so I said I'm gonna take him with arrows and then I'm gonna 1v1 him. I was so lucky at the same time because all of these Gwyn could really crash the game until a second one showed up out of nowhere. I took the stairs and remembered I have just to wait. I had no other choice. After all this, I went back to the bridge, took all the items in here since the dragon doesn't exist, and took the bonfire since it's a closing thing, and I may gonna need it later. These two Gwyns showed up and tried to kill me through the door, but I did not like it. I saw this area, see a Gwyn sword. I did not interfere with any of the Gwyns in here since they only become hostile when you kill them. There's a type of Gwyn you only need to interact with them so they can become hostile, and there's a type of Gwyn they only hostile when you get close to them, and the Gwyns that are already hostile, and the NPC do nothing if you only hurt them. So after all that, a Gwyn managed to kill me after one of them is alive. I thought I can parry him, but I was an idiot. After a long time of restart and finally reached the gargoyles and crashed my game, fortunately I couldn't get all the footage for how many Gwyns, so I have to stop. I reached the gargoyles and here they are. The first two Gwyn that I'm going to fight. Actually, I was so nervous. I barely can stand 1v1 with a Gwyn. So what do you think about two? Oh, but the cutscene was amazing, to be honest. Like, that's a beautiful cutscene I've ever seen in my life. So playing all the Dark Souls. Gwyn really look handsome in here. He really have put in some weight. Kind of. So after this amazing and hilarious cutscene, and then I have to think, how can I fight two Gwyn at the same time? I thought maybe if I was fast enough to take the first Gwyn, I could at least do the second one. I had no idea how hard this could be, so yeah. I tried my best, and this Gwyn was doing all the type of moves that's so annoying until he finally stuck in a software lock where he can use only this attack until he got free and be killed. Second try, then I thought maybe if I could trap one Gwyn. I found this little corner over here. Thought maybe if it's small enough, I could trap a Gwyn and I deal with the other one. So when I'm done with the other one, I'll go out the open and deal with the other. But apparently after waiting, Gwyn could go through that. So I thought maybe I could take him up fast before the other one waked up and come to me, but I was so wrong, because when he arrived I had to deal with two and trap myself until a mistake happened. He grabbed me, look behind me, see the edge, yep, I'm dead. At my luck, I was stuck in this corner. Thank God there's a collision shape in here. Out of heal, so I healed myself with the humanity. Look at these two idiots trying to kill themselves. I was thinking, I think I found my place to escape for now. So it kind of cheated at the same time and pure of luck. After one died, I thought I'm gonna fight this one. I took my bow and arrow and started shooting him, and it took a lot of time since the bow and arrow do like very low damage. So I was happy about that. After finally getting rid of this Gwyn and finally defeating the gargoyles in a way that's, I don't think it really counts as a fighting way, but that's how it happened. Then I realized, how the hell am I will be able to get out of this place without dying and restarting all the Gwyns that exist out there that I have to redo again? All else, just ring the bell. That's all what I need. I found myself stuck. I thought I could jump it, but I can't. I took this side. Maybe there is a way I can enter it, but I was stuck. The only way to escape is either death or I have to do a major sacrifice. So I used a Homer bone. And yes, I dealt with all these Gwyns once again and crashed my game. After finally 5 hours or 6, I managed to ring the bell, this first bell. Talk with this weirdo, have nothing for me. Then went down to kill this idiot so I can have the ring he have, because I know his ring is good. Which it was. After very long, managed to reach this area. I see my next hell is the castle over there that I have no idea what's waiting for me. I went down there. The blacksmith for some reason was Gwendolyn. For some reason, but I did not give a shit about it. Went down for my new hell to ring the second bell. Went to the forest. The forest, to be honest, the journey in there was so annoying. At the same time, it was so happy. So my first entering for the forest, I see, look around, there's no Gwyn until I see the flames out there. A Gwyn come to me and it's already lagging. I parried him, do an attack, see the lag, and I was afraid the game will crash. So I just made a run, which is a mistake. All the Gwyns loaded up and they start to come in one by one until I entered the Darkroot Guardian. Went through, all the Gwyns have started to follow me, all those who was hostile and waited for me to enter the trap. I found the door that I can open with after I buy the item from the blacksmith, but make a run. I saw a fog wall, thought I'm gonna be safe. Somehow I did survive all of these attacks and managed to outrun all of these Gwyn, and especially the ones who got in the wall, until I reached the butterfly monster or the boss. Used the magic to heal, entered the fog wall, and yes, I was fighting the moonlight butterfly. On 1v1 Gwyn and I had my flask. I was so loaded, but the Gwyn was a little bit annoying. After my time fighting this Gwyn, all the Gwyns behind the fog wall were killing themselves. I was lucky. To be honest, luck was the only weapon I could use in this game for now, for how much advantage I was taking use of it. After finishing the moonlight butterfly Gwyn, I see one Gwyn left behind the door. So I took advantage of that, backed up a little bit, hoping there's not going to be any Gwyn. I thought that I could escape him, but see that it's only one Gwyn. I said, come on, it's just one Gwyn. I can truly take him down. Luckily, I did not get grabbed, otherwise he will throw me at the edge. But I managed to kill this Gwyn. He had a low health, despite that he fight his brothers or himself a million of times, and I still have flask. And I felt relief for the first time. I had no idea there were this much of Gwyn that could face in here. So yeah, and the lag started kicking in a little bit, but I was afraid. So after finishing this Gwyn, I was praying to God I wouldn't face any Gwyn inside the area I'm entering, but I didn't see any flames, so continuing the journey forward after taking the item. Look, there was a Gwyn down in this area. I didn't pay attention for him. He was trying to get me, but he was an idiot, tried to go from the other side. I was happy. I was planning to find the grass shield, so I found a cave and I found the item. I was afraid to go into the cave, so I went to the item, and luckily it was the grass shield that helped me regenerate stamina very fast. Enter the cage and find a bonfire, light it up. So wondering if I'm gonna use this bonfire later and see how far I can go after that. After some time later, I joined the covering of the wood because I did not want to fight every single creature existing here. Gwyn were a pain enough in me, and then I wanted to get the stone armor since it's one of the great armors that can help me take the lower damage from Gwyn. So I'm very lucky at the 5th try after the game crashed, but this time I was so lucky the game did not crash. A little bit of lag, but it's okay. Managed to take my souls, managed to take the armor, and then I died. I didn't give a shit because I took the armor already, but the game crashed when I took the honor ring, so unfortunately, but managed to restart at the fight of the wolf. That's it. I really hate this boss fight because I really love the wolf, I really love Artorias, I love these two. So I really hated fighting the wolf, but luckily I was fighting a Gwyn. And to be honest, Gwyn wolf looked very handsome here, more than the gargoyles. But he needed salad. He looked fattier than ever. So after this also wonderful cutscene looking at Gwyn, fat Gwyn, that he needed a salad, I thought it's a 1v1 Gwyn, no problem at all. I'm not gonna see the poor wolf moving in 3 legs, unfortunately. Well, thank God for that. And I thought it's a Gwyn, so get your ass here and get stabbed 100 times. After the improvement of my level, the improvement of the honor ring, and the improvement of the weapon, I managed to take down Gwyn very easily, and they wouldn't be a challenge for me except the lag and the areas. Then I went to fight Havel after I'm done with Wolf Gwyn. Havel was easy, but the Gwyns out there were causing a lot of lag, so luckily I managed to kill him fast and took his ring. Then I continued my journey to the second bell, and then when I reached the most area that people hate, and a lot of Gwyns were there. And I thought I can take 2 Gwyn out one, but no, I just run away, and luckily there was an invincible wall that stopped the Gwyns from coming to me. Apparently there's an invincible wall that make the enemy reach his limit for reaching you, and they go back to their normal position. So yeah, after killing these Gwyn with the arrow, I went deep to the area, and I see a lot of Gwyns and a lot of fire that already lag in my game, and I haven't even reached the swamp. After arrowing every single Gwyn in there, making them kill themselves, went down there and hide so I can hide from the lag, and managed to go through easily. Took the Firekeeper soul and then continued my journey further until I reached the pit of hell. Every single Gwyn was down there, and as soon as I made one move, the game lagged. After skipping all that, managed to enter this cave, which is the boss is, forgot her name, but continue forward and reach Sexy Gwyn, and he was fabulous, I'll be honest with you. And he have a hair of fire, so not much of it. So I thought, okay, it's a 1v1 Gwyn also, so the only problem I was thinking about, what is gonna happen when I reach a 2v1 Gwyn, which is Smogonar Stain, unfortunately. I'm gonna have a problem fighting these two, so I took my time just to figure out how I'm gonna deal with that. But second, I'm gonna deal with Sexy Gwyn over here. So as usual, I just wait for him to do a charge attack, parry his ass, stab him 100 times, and my damage was improved very well. So luckily. Also, since I'm at this point of the game, I should explain there are 3 bosses I did not kill in the playthrough because I was afraid of entering their areas of how many Gwyns they can crash my game and destroy the computer, which is the depth and the painting world and back to the asylum. I'm very sorry. I will redo the run maybe sometime, but I really hate my weak laptop after that. So I ringed up the second bell, and finally, for the first time in my Dark Souls 3, also by the way, the lag happened when I ringed the bell, so I skipped it up and went through killing this son of a bitch that's standing in front of me. I was saying for the first time in my Dark Souls running, I managed to ring both bell. Kill this man, and there was this worm that were not Gwyn for some reason, but dealt with them, and then I talked with the Sexy Gwyn sister, and went forward, talked with Gwendolyn. Then Sun Fortress. I was afraid of this area. The 2 Gwyns killed themselves, and I entered the trap area where there's a Gwyn that was frustrated in trying to kill me. For some reason his flame sword turned off after a while, but I turned back on and I managed finally to kill him, get rid of him, and escape the traps. But I was very scared because one mistake here I could die and restart everything. So that's not a chance I was ready to accept. After I reach a point of area where there is a huge Gwyns, and I just waited for them to kill themselves, and then I reach the area where there's a trap balls that I have to wait, and all the traps start to be activated. Luckily, I managed to go through easily, no problem, and the doors were very small, so the Gwyns could kill themselves very easily. Did not have any problem, and if there's one Gwyn, I'll just parry and kill him again. Not that big of a deal. So continuing forward until I reached an area, took the elevator, and then I was afraid of how I'm gonna deal with the Iron Giant because there's a Gwyn that throws a ball. Reached this area, a Gwyn tried to 1v1 me. Little he know I killed all of his brother, but I stand right in front of this thing that destroyed the parry. Reached the trap area, which is I was mostly afraid of dying. Luckily I managed to dodge somehow, and then reached the one that's so wide that I made a big mistake at timing. I thought I can make a run, but I restarted the whole fucking thing again, unfortunately. So I reached this type of the level, and then the lag was killing a little bit of the game for all the flame Gwyns that's down there, and I took a look at the first build that I took. I really love these sort of details in Dark Souls. So I went forward, I see the Gwyn that threw the balls on me. I didn't think he will do it since he's a Gwyn. I was taking my time thinking I can't kill him, and then I reached the fog wall. The Iron Golem Gwyn. Iron Gwyn. Well, there's no cutscene in here, so the Gwyn was normal. 1v1, not that big of a deal. And the Gwyn was behind me, killed him by shooting one arrow. I mean, a lot of arrows. I really have a problem talking in here. So dealing with this Gwyn was very simple after I took some souls and upgrade myself. I didn't have any problem with him. And I was afraid of the next area I'm gonna reach because after killing this Gwyn, I'm reaching the areas of the gods. Arolando. So after killing this Gwyn, praise offered, gloves on, headphones set, and ready to go. And unfortunately, the Gwyns in here didn't change. Like, they're just these monsters that I recognize from Dark Souls 3. Even they exist and have lag. I'm really sorry for that. My game's really crashing so much. After this normal cutscene, got annoyed. I was hoping to see, to be honest, I was hoping to see Gwyns flying me away. But, made my way to the land of the gods. And the one and only where all nightmares exist, Arolando. The only area I remember since from Dark Souls 3. After restarting the scene, I managed to get one Gwyn to fly me away. It was fun for a couple of seconds. Now Arolando, I was afraid. I don't know how many Gwyns there are, and I know how complicated Arolando could be, and a lot of people hate this area. The lag already kicked in. I already see the flames of Gwyn. I'm taking down the stairs very slowly until I got attacked by our beautiful 3 Gwyns coming out of nowhere after absorbing the scene in front of me. And I was so scared, I made a run. Make restart and the game crashed, and I managed to reach this area where there is these Gwyns waiting from this side, and I see the place another I have to go for, and there are Gwyns in my back. So I thought I can fight these Gwyns and loot them, but they're a lot, and the Gwyns back there started coming for me. So I took a debate. I went there, waited for them Gwyns to come, and I killed them by the elevator. Luckily my game did not crash, and they died. That's why helped the game not to crash. While the Gwyns back there were moving slowly like they own the place, which truly they do, and they fall down the elevator and they died until this one Gwyn waked up, and only one Gwyn in the back is walking very slow thinking I'm gonna deal with you. Escape death by luck. I thought I'm gonna die in this area. Fight this Gwyn annoyingly, trying to parry his ass for so long. In the elevator I have Gwyn back. I managed to kill this Gwyn, and all the Gwyns are dead. I have no idea how the hell am I alive. After reaching the down area, there's a lot of Gwyns trying to kill me, and the game started to lag a lot, so I have to deal with them fast. So dealt with them, and when to reach this area, I got lost. I have no idea where to go. I thought that I need to ride these things, but the lag really killing me, so I couldn't thought of anything else. After searching a lot, I managed to find a chest hiding somewhere. I thought it's a mimic at the beginning. I never trust any chest. That's a rule in Dark Souls. Open up and then reach this area. I thought that I have to go through there to understand where I should go until I see the flames of Gwyn, and I realize I'm going to the right way. And trust me, these Gwyns in here were not a problem for me, to be honest. At the beginning, well, they do low damage instead of crashing the game. I'm gonna 1v1 this Gwyn until he grab me and shoot me away, letting other Gwyns reaching for me, and I won't take any chance. I took the stairs, the lag was killing, and the flames were hot. I felt like I'm in a volcano. Look around, there's no Gwyn in this area. Hopefully, I was very dead. I was almost to die. I healed with magic, and I have 10 flask. I said I'm gonna use the crap out of them. And then moved away. I see there's an item in that fucking place. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna risk any movement to restart all of these Gwyn and all of these fights. I am not doing that. Not in hell. Moving forward slowly, I see a chest behind it, a fog wall. Of course I'm gonna go for the fog wall. There's a Gwyn that's trying to reach me. I was hoping he will jump off, but apparently he can't. And there's a door stopping him from coming for me, so I did not have any problem for him. Moves very slowly, took the stairs. I didn't cause any fall damage. I'm not a risk. Enter the fog wall and then to the elevator that I remember from Dark Souls 3. A lot of memories from Dark Souls 3. Start up the elevator, move forward to the castle, and fight the Gwyns in there one by one, killing each one of them so they don't lag the game, and the flames still up in there killing me. Enter the area, went to the left door so I can take the freaking bonfire. I have a problem talking today with the middle of the recording. I have no problem. I saw my boy Solaire, lucky to see him there, and a lot of Gwyns actually exist there. I was hoping they wouldn't enter through the door, but apparently I was wrong as they slowly reach into me. Solaire was nice. He just sit there and do nothing and he didn't even attack me. Gwyn's trying to shoot me through the wall, but they couldn't reach me. So luckily, I think I'm in a safe spot until some of them enter. They fight Solaire. How fucking... And then I entered their fight Havel set of armor because this is the strongest set of armor I think, and I went through the strategy that I went through in Dark Souls 2 Scout the First Sin, which is go full Havel for Dragon Tooth and try to fight them. It was decent. The Dragon Tooth was not as strong as the Knight armor, but I went back to the Knight Sword. Run like hell from all the Gwyns that are behind me, praying for God no one will grab me, no one will kill me, no one will stun me, and pray for God not the game crashed because there were 5 Gwyns. I managed to run. I run fast until I reach the fog wall of the boss that everyone hates and everyone is feared by. Welcome to the boss fight of our Stain and Smog. Really, they look handsome, to be honest. Gwyn in here look very handsome. Even Smog. Gwyn Smog is the most handsome one of all. Gwyn or Stain need to work on himself a little bit. Like, he needs some workout, to be honest with you. After this amazing cutscene of no understanding what the heck is going on, I was praying for God, wondering how I'm gonna fight these 2 Gwyn. After my powerful level, I healed as fast as possible for the charge attack, and I managed to escape a little bit, kind of, and then I managed to use the animation of the stabbing a little bit to dodge the first Gwyn attack and back up a little bit until I managed to parry one of them and attack them and back up again. That's how I managed to fight 2 Gwyn at the same time, by taking advantage of the animations to escape that damage attack, until I think I killed our Stain first, which I planned to kill Smog first for the important item or whatever they call, but I killed our Stain first. So that was a mistake or was not, I didn't give the care. I was fighting Gwyns. So after this amazing cutscene, hoping the game did not lag for how many electricity Gwyn could handle. Surely he is very strong, to be honest. Gwyn Smog is very, very strong. I was hoping that I'm not gonna fight him infectedly, like he has super speed, super strength and all that. Now he was normally, so thank God for that. And I was a little bit an idiot in the fight, but managed to deal with this Gwyn. While there's one Gwyn behind the fog wall waiting to kill me after they killed every one of them. Dealing with this Gwyn was easy. I was hoping not to get attacked again because I ran out of all healing equipment. So I backed off a little bit, buying myself a chance so I can escape from this Gwyn. By finishing this one that had low health, killed him, I run to the elevator as fast. I used the healing magic. Luckily I had healing magic. I was waiting to see this fog wall to open. It took more time. Let the Gwyn reach to me. I run, hoping the elevator to arrive, but the Gwyn managed to arrive first. So I took out my guts and I fought him 1v1 until the elevator arrived, and it went very well, thank God. I fought 2 Gwyns at the same time, so I felt very cocky that I can deal with this son of a biscuit. And he was low in health. And I should took the elevator behind me, but I did, and then opened up the door to the holy chest in front of every Dark Souls player that were waiting to see. My first time ever seeing this holy chest, and let me be honest with you, that's a chest have a big item and never ever can handle, to be honest. After taking the ability to teleport through every bonfire and taking the Lord Vessel, finally the journey to the Lord have begun. To kill 4 bosses and enjoy the nightmare of hell. Reach the lava area, first area of the game. The lava area, fighting all these Gwyn were standing right in front of me, and managed to reach the big boy Gwyn, which is the boss that I need to kill so I can unlock the areas to travel safely. And this Gwyn was a little bit decent, not that much of a problem, not this much of anything. It's just a normal Gwyn. At this point of the level, I managed to master all the move of Gwyn, mastered everything in him, and memorize everything. killed him very easily, unlocked the area, and managed to kill all the lava so I can move freely until reaching this area. It crashed for how many Gwyn there is, but I managed to take the bonfire and all the Gwyns died after restarting everything. I move forward, I see hell in the wall, thought I'm gonna fight this thing, why is it not a Gwyn? And then Gwyns come out of nowhere, almost like in the game. Made my run to the bonfire. I made a strategy that if I hide in this corner, exact this corner, they will do a jump attack and they will fall through the fucking hall. I have a problem speaking, sorry for that. And my strategy worked, and they all dead, luckily. So I went back, entered the fog wall, and fought big demon fire Gwyn. That also a decent fight. It's just a 1v1. I was in this point losing interest because all these Gwyns start to become easy after become very powerful. But always the one frame attack always get me. So I'm dealing with this Gwyn, and then after finishing with him, I look at the fog wall and realize the big mistake or the big fight is waiting for me, which is an army of Gwyn ready to kill me and ready to obliterate my future. I had no idea how am I gonna fight all of these Gwyn, and as soon as they do a jump attack, they're gonna destroy my computer. So I approached it closely, hoping that I was gonna drag one of them, deal one by one, and no, I dragged the entire army. I made a run for it, and there's a Gwyn right in front of me. I have no idea where he exists. I have to deal with him 1v1 while the Gwyns actually have an invincible wall making them stop from going out the boss area. I took that as an advantage and dealt 1v1 with this single Gwyn. Holy shit, I managed to survive somehow. And then I looked through the area for a hope for me to escape all of these, but after stopping the recorder and crashing the game, I managed to escape from there and reach the bonfire, upgrade myself. I was hoping that I'm not gonna face these much Gwyn. They restarted, of course, and they were back my back. I thought I'm gonna at least stop one of them while I see the rest arriving. I said I should make a run, not dealing here. I exit the game, restarted, and reached the fog wall down there, which fighting the big ass lava Gwyn. To be honest, this cutscene over here, this cutscene really actually showed me a little bit of relief. There's lag, but the beginning I thought I'm gonna fight this creature, but then I see that glitch Gwyn, so yeah, I'm gonna fight Gwyn. Hey look, Gwyn have flaming eyes, or maybe flaming hair, or whatever he is. This Gwyn was very interested Gwyn, and I really love this Gwyn. And there in the boss area, it helped me because that was the only Gwyn I did not have to fight because he just died from the lava. To be honest, he just walking slowly, taking all the hate for himself. I just stood there and watched him like he was walking, and to be honest, the lava does a lot of damage to him, so he died. I thought he had lava resistance, but what a weak of a boss he is, isn't he? So took the ring that helped me walk through the lava and managed to enter the new area and the new journey to reach the boss, which is the bed of chaos. And a lot of Gwyn died there since they were standing in lava. And I see my boy Solaire. How you doing, Solaire? Took the bonfire and gonna put on the ring and we're gonna walk on the lava. To be honest, I did not have much in this area since all the Gwyn were dead, so I just moved through and parkour myself. Lost Isolate was a decent area since all the Gwyn dead, and I took a scene until I reached the final area, which is the castle existing there. There's a lot of Gwyns. There were a lot of Gwyns in there, and I took them one by one. First I dragged over the first three. There were ants in there. There were ants of Gwyn. I dragged at least 3 of them, and they had an invincible wall, thank God, and I managed to hit them with arrows until they were damaging themselves one by one. But I backed off, hoping for not lag, because their jump attack really lagging the crap out of the game. After dealing with all of them and finished the lag and all this, there was one Gwyn left. He was stuck. I left him and then reached the area where the boss is. There's a witch. I got afraid. I only have 4 Acid Flask and I use all my magic healing, so I already entered the bed of chaos because I'm gonna fight him. I have no idea how the boss will happen because the bed of chaos boss is way different than any boss there is. So I see the bed of chaos and I see a Gwyn and I see 2 shields right beside the bed of chaos. I thought I'm gonna fight 2 bosses and the bed of chaos was moving, but no, only Gwyn was moving, so thank God. There was a lag for how much stuff exists. Dealing with this Gwyn very easy. After killing him, fixing the lag, I see the bed of chaos still awake, not dead. I was scared, to be honest. I thought that, am I have to fight another boss or something? Or do I have to restart the mood? No, the boss just died. That gave me a relief. Whew, the bed of chaos is done. First boss, that was easy. The lava area was so easy. Now I went to New London for reaching the 4 Kings. It was hard because wind can grab me, threw me to the ocean. After finishing with all the Gwyns, arrow every single one of them and take the Firekeeper soul. I get inside and hoping that I can at least find a new way to kill all these Gwyn, because for all the Gwyns exist there, they would lag in the game as crap, until I managed to enter inside, took a look around the area, wondering where should I go because I got lost, and wonder what should I do. After sticking every Gwyn to the door, luckily all the doors were small so the Gwyns had a problem entering, and there were a lot of holes, so a Gwyn could jump, attack, and fell to the water. I immediately entered the castle, the chamber, wherever it is, fight the Gwyn 1v1 in a staircase, was a mistake. He almost pushed me to the ground, and then entered an area where all the ghosts were Gwyns, was waiting for them to kill themselves. I was a little bit afraid, to be honest, because all these Gwyns could kill me easily and they could lag the game. After only one Gwyn left, I went this Gwyn and he was jumping. After then, went to the red hooded guy, reminded me of Gale. I took the key and then went my journey to open up the cell and make all the water flow out, killed all the Gwyns so that I have no lag, managed to talk with this guy again, took the key and went open up the cell. Felt a relief, but now another stressed. I have no idea what's waiting down there, and already the Gwyns were running towards me and they were turning off and turning on. I see the fog wall and see a Gwyn light up the way for me. Thank God for this Gwyn. This Gwyn showed me the way. So I was preparing, was making sure everything is ready. I took the shortcut out of cowardness. You can call me a coward, I will accept that because that was a coward move. I did not explore the area. Immediately went to the Four King, put on the ring, and then jumped to the Hole of the Abyss. And here, I have to be as fast as possible to kill these Gwyns, because if I was not fast, 4 Gwyns would shove into me and kill me. I barely can deal 2 Gwyns, but now I have to deal with 4. So I killed the one very fast since I do a lot of damage. I had to take down half a ring, not the whole ring, because the whole ring gave me damage. So luckily, I managed to escape. And the 4 Gwyns are down. Now 2 down, 2 left. Then went all at the bonfire and went to the most area that I hate, the Duke Archive. I have to fight Seath for this. This area is the one that almost made me lose my only source of gaming which is the laptop. Dealt with the big Gwyn that were hiding. One of them grabbed me and showed me hell. Left the bonfire, rest at it because I'm not gonna restart. Turn on the elevator, which is a big mistake because after a moment of relief, 5 or maybe 6 Gwyn rained from hell and come at me. Holy shit, how the hell my game did not crash? I turned down the elevator, some of the Gwyns went down there, my computer started to turn the fans like it's a fucking rocket ship, and the game crashed. Like, normally. A lot of games start to happen to that. After skipping all of them, managed to reach the area where there's only one Gwyn hiding and guarding his baby dragon, and it was not that much of a deal, one Gwyn, and then reach Seath, the Scaleless. I remember that I'm gonna die, so I put on the Ring of Sacrifice very fast, because I didn't want to lose all these souls, despite I can get them very easily, and waiting for this Gwyn to kill me, or this dragon thing to kill me. And after done, I reached the area of my nightmares, the Duke Archive. I had 3 Gwyns already jump attack me, trying to exit the game before everything, and I come back, I can't fight them. Somehow they managed to kill the other Gwyn who were having the key, so I took it, and I fought a hell of Gwyns in there. I had no idea how I'll survive until the game crashed. After all the fight, I managed to restart the program and restart my computer. You can see how laggy it is by just moving the camera, and of course the music happened down there and all that. I asked the help of my friend so I can use his computer. I got my save files, but his computer a little bit stronger than mine, but not as much. At least it made me help the frames and managed to reach this point of the area. Took the save files, restarted my computer. I killed every single Gwyn exists there, but those who are behind the cages couldn't reach for them because I needed the key for that. Looked inside for the place where I came from. There were 3 Gwyns camping where I was. That was a hell of a time. Now we reached the song area and turned off this thing because they turned everything against me for some reason. And then after all of that, went there, took the key and went to fight Sith. Opened up the door and luckily there were no Gwyn. And for my game crashing sake, the Gwyns were here all destroyed the computer. So I have to play with my friend computer, and I got rid of them all. And then I was wondering, how can I go down there? After all the skip, I'm sorry for the not showing, but the game really crashed. I did not took a risk. I was afraid of losing my computer. So I reached here, restart everything, and Gwyn killed himself after falling from here. This area is a little bit tricky because you can fall very easily. And I did not know about the invincible crystals I have walked in until I see a couple of hints and my friend gave me a suggestion. Trust your guts. And yes, I went with that. Gwyns were killing themselves very easily. They didn't have any problem. The only problem is when I reached the boss area where there were bodyguards of Gwyn over there. I was waiting for them to jump attack me to kill themselves, but they were smart. Apparently Gwyn gets smarter the second you prefab the game. So I trust my gut, fight this Gwyn 1v1 so I don't risk the lag of the game. And reach the hell of an area where there's 7 Gwyns or maybe 5 waiting for me. So I dragged one by one. I dragged them one by one. Really easy. Very simple. Kill them all. Drag them. Some of them fall down. Some of them I have to parry them and kill them until I reach Seath. I fought a problem with 2 Gwyns fighting me, but I remember I managed to defeat Smog and Arstain, and I had a good time. I had a good time. Reached the Seath boss. Really annoying, really not, to be honest, is not. I just need to destroy the crystals, so that's not much of a reason. For some reason, to be honest, I don't know why, the boss animation in here was normal. I mean, it was colorful. I see some colors, but I wanted to see Gwyn, not this ugly ass dragon. Despite I love dragons, but this dragon is ugly. So destroyed the crystal, and then was fighting Gwyn. It's a 1v1, not that much of a problem. At this point of the area, I just realized I managed to make a lot of progress despite I have fought with the lag, despite there are some areas I couldn't reach because of the lag, and despite my computer, it was alive with me the whole area. As once, I want to apologize also for all of this. Probably you guys get sick of me apologizing so much, but it doesn't count as much. I don't think it counts as a run completely as with the problems I had, but I'm so glad I did the run at this point because I managed to reach this side of the area. So I killed this Gwyn and continued the journey for the last boss. So the last boss it is, the final journey for me. Again, I should have fought the other 3 bosses, the painting world and the depth and the asylum, but I didn't risk the power of my computer. The Gwyns in here really lagged the game, but they were stuck in the walls since they were big and the walls are small. I was counting on them falling off, but that did not work. And the head explosion pieces of shit, they did not turn into a Gwyn for some reason. After arrowing all these Gwyns, progressing in the area, I have to deal with the Gwyns that has style one by one. So I was afraid for them to lag my game for how many bones there is and how many fire they cause and how small the area is, and they could get me very easily. But luckily I managed somehow to fight them all one by one, killing them. There was lag, but that was not that much. It was smooth for me, to be honest. So I get rid of them, progress more, healing myself with the healing magic, and I was praying to God I wouldn't have any problem with the lag. After dealing with all the Gwyns, I managed to drag them one by one to kill themselves, and then I managed to kill them one by one. 1v1 was very simple with Gwyn, and I reached a level where I can understand every single move except the 1-frame attack. So after finishing all the Gwyns, I went there, finally with a brief, finished the Gwyn that was guarding the bonfire, and then turn on the bonfire and turn the key on. I had to rest in the bonfire so I could have a shortcut. I did not risk the die and going all the way back again from the fire link. So yeah, after all of this, there's a Gwyn waiting outside. I decided I'm gonna kill this Gwyn. After killing him, I entered the new area, which is I'm supposed to enter this area from the beginning of the game through, so I can kill Pinwheel and get the Rite of Kindling. That is supposed to be the smartest thing to do, but I did it at last. So yes, you can tell I'm a very trash Dark Souls 1 player. This is my first time, like, I'm very sorry. After this Gwyn suicided himself, look around, all the Gwyns killed themselves, and after restarting the flame sword still on the ground, and there's a couple of Gwyns. They were trying to reach me. I just left them killing each other, then arrowed the last people who still exist somehow. Luckily the game did not crash so far, and this area was very nice to me. No problem, nothing at all. As progress very slowly moves on, because of how many Gwyns, I wouldn't risk dying because I'll almost lose my health and my healing source. I would move there, explore a little bit, and reach this son of a biscuit that he wanted to trap me. I was in the final stage of the game, so I didn't need him, so I killed him. People keep him alive because they need him in the future, but I was in the last stage of the game. So I said, fuck him off, went back, the stage was completely normal, waiting for this Gwyn to kill themselves in the fog wall. After there was only one Gwyn, I entered the fog wall and 1v1 him. That was not a problem for me. I'll mostly just leave him alive. I was just checking there's no other Gwyn, so this Gwyn dealt easily. After a second one shot out of nowhere and let them fight each other and arrowed the last one of them. And then I took the shortcut to Penwall. I kinda was supposed not to die in here because there's a lot of Gwyns. Luckily they were packing up, going out in the wrong way. I took a gamble because I didn't know where I should go. I thought I should go to them since they were guarding pinwheel. But no, I took a gamble, dropped down, I left the item behind me, and just immediately went through this cave. For wherever God place is gonna take me, I was gonna accept it. At my luck, I was blessed with the scene of the fog wall, knowing that this is the fog wall of Penwile. The cutscene was very nice, to be honest. It was Skinny Gwyn. Almost we should call him Useless Gwyn, since Pinwheel was the useless boss that exists in the game. So yeah, Useless Gwyn, not very handsome. Not very handsome. So I was afraid that I'm gonna fight a lot of mimics of Gwyn, since Pinwheel can mimic himself, but no, it was only one Gwyn, and I'll be honest, it was one of the easiest fights that I ever had, because it was Pinwheel. My first Pinwheel was a Gwyn. I should be honored for that. Now after killing him, get the right of kindling, which I got in the first beginning of the game, but who gives a tooth? I'm in the ends of the game, the final stage, one boss, and I thought I'm gonna be safe in here until one Gwyn shot out of nowhere. What the hell this Gwyn come out of? I wasn't prepared to fight him on 1v1, so I escaped like a coward. And then back in after another day, after took my courage, fight this Gwyn, and then I trapped him to fall. That was fun. I really like how falling Gwyns die. Tomb of the Giant was one of the areas I really hate for the dark and how many Gwyns there are. Gwyn there are light in the area, then took the peek on the lava area. I really like these details in Dark Souls that let you see the areas around you even though you were far away from them. So I had two Gwyns making me stop going forward. One of them managed to walk on air for some reason. The other one managed to reach me, also for some reason. After killing themselves, 1v1 again. This story is the same as old. So I was thinking, what I'm gonna do next? I also take a peek in the lava area and take a peek at this big skeleton. I really like this type of details in Dark Souls. Continue forward. In this area I had no idea where to go. Everything was dark. The only sort of light I have is Gwyn's swords. So I see 3 items down there, and as an idiot as I am, healed myself to protect from fall damage. And I thought this is where I should go, so I took the bite and I jumped down there for like an idiot I am. And I've been blessed by the Gwyns waiting for me, and I told with one Gwyn that was moving, the rest were waiting for me to get closer to them so they can kill me. Yeah, I made a mistake, but after dealing with this Gwyn for at least half an hour, I took the Skull Lantern and then went to fight the other Gwyns, but they were very strong and there were a lot of them, and I died. I died like an idiot. After restarting, I managed to reach this part of the area, and I see the relief that I will be alive after killing the boss. There was one Gwyn in my way, but I managed to kill him. After going forward, I see 3 Gwyns T-posing me, making me feel mad, and I decided I'm gonna kill every single one of these goddamn fucking sons of biscuits. I took my bow and started shooting the one further, hoping that he will jump into the hole, but yeah, it went smoothly. He did jump to the hole until only all of these Gwyn get rid of them, and one Gwyn left for me to 1v1 very easily. Wasn't that much of a problem, to be honest. At this level of the area, I was very maxed out. And then I see a very small hole where there's a lot of Gwyns, which is the Infinity Baby Skeletons. I was afraid because if I keep them spawning, they will crash my game and there's no way or no hope for me to enter. Until my luck have struck again, a small hole gap, went through it, rolled dodging, managed to escape. My luck was completely the boss of this game. I run like hell until all the Gwyns managed to reach for me, but I see the fog wall where I should go. I took no hesitation, run forward, full speed ahead, breaking every bone in my body and every bone standing in front of me, and enter the fog wall. And then skeleton Gwyn, Nido Gwyn. He was giant. He was big. He was very big. I don't know if he was fat or big, but he's big. It was a formal cutscene. I took a relief, and I was thinking, there are other Gwyns in here, as their skeletons helping the boss. So I'm not gonna have 1v1 with Gwyn or 2v2. I'm gonna have 5v1 with this big ass Gwyn. I was praying for my life, but apparently the skeletons were normal skeletons. I was surprised and relief and weirded out by the same time, but I took it and I fought this Gwyn 1v1. The skeletons were annoying, but as same strategy, they were easy to kill. They were very easy to kill. Also, I was lucky that Gwyn's attack managed to kill these skeletons. So yeah, in case they were annoying for me, Gwyn helped me to escape, and I helped Gwyn to finish his misery by killing him very fast. That was the final fourth boss, the fourth Lord Soul, and I was ready to the end of my misery and my pain. The final boss, the true Gwyn himself, Gwyn Lord of Cinder. This is the final area, the final misery. Through the holy stairs, through the kiln first of flame. Remind me, they're really different from Dark Souls 3. I really took a comparison, Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1. I'll say the killing in here in Dark Souls 1 was really beautiful than Dark Souls 3. Dealt with all the Gwyns were guarding the other Gwyn one by one, except one Gwyn who falls suicide. He couldn't take the suffering, so I let him, and then killed the last Gwyn and went to the fog wall, the final boss. Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, the final piece of shit that I have to deal with. I enjoyed every single stab I do to this boy. I enjoyed every second I parry him. He did damage me a little bit, but I'm full armor, full health. I felt relief. Finally, after all this suffer, it took me 2 weeks to finish this game. And I'm done. I'm free from the Gwyn run. Till the last Gwyn exists. I know there are 3 Gwyns I left, which is the painting, the depth, and asylum. But I'm free. Kindled the fire, took the ending, and that's it. Thank you very much for keeping with me in this run, and thank you for reaching this end. Challenger Andy, thank you very much for the challenge. You helped me a lot, so thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the challenge.